They said that Boosie was the one who Duke the Jeweler came out there for, but Duke the Jeweler girlfriend said that as soon as they got there, Boosie led him straight to the pool table where they was shooting dice at. Regardless of what they did and how they did it, man, I want y'all to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Duke the Jeweler. Drop the RIP Duke the Jewelers down in the comment section. They should have never got down on Duke the Jeweler, but by Lil Cam and Boosie nephew leaving the dice game, it's what indicted them. This why the feds even retrieved the footage from the dice game. As y'all can see in the background, y'all saw all them camera screens. Boosie had cameras everywhere. They got it all recorded on everything that went down. And I want y'all to know, Boosie, he ran to the back. Once he ran to the back, everybody kept asking Boosie, what's going on, man? What happened? What happened? They heard the gunshots outside. And Jay Prince Jr., he was the one that paid them after everything went down. And I want y'all to know, the feds got everything recorded and they questioned every single person who was at that dice game. Regardless of how they look at it, they should have never even put themselves in this predicament or this situation, and it wouldn't be coming back on them. Duke the Jeweler ain't deserved to go out like that. They said Boosie name was mentioned in what happened with Mo 3. Now, everything that's going on is revolving around Boosie and Jay Prince Jr. Everything that they thought they got away with is coming back on them now. They said that as soon as Lil Cam got the word in the head nod from Jay Prince, that's when him and Boosie nephew tapped each other. They instantly went right outside. Now, throughout the whole dice game, Lil Cam and Boosie nephew, they wasn't even shooting dice at all. They had no money in their hand. All they was doing was tapping each other and communicating with the eye signal. I want y'all to know, I read y'all comments and y'all right. Y'all right about everything that went down, man. They did lead the dice game, and Boosie ran in the room and went through Duke the Jeweler bags and took what he needed to take up out of that. Now, Duke the Jeweler had $1 million worth of jewelry. He should have came out there and instantly took care of his business and then went back home. Now, Duke the Jeweler, by him even going outside the dice game, he was going to the truck so he could put the money up that he won from Jay Prince and his homies and Boosie and his entourage, the people who was standing around Boosie. Now, the dude in the red shirt, he was the one who kept on telling Boosie, like, man, he put about 5,000 down and he won like 25,000 quick. Duke the Jeweler, he hit him on the dice game so quick that they ain't had no other choice but to get mad. They shouldn't have never even put themselves in this situation. Duke the Jeweler ain't deserve to go out like that. Hit the like button if you think that they set Duke the Jeweler up, because as soon as he went outside and went to that truck to put that money in there, man, they already was waiting outside for him. And the feds said that every single person who thought they got away with it, all of them getting investigated right now. And I want y'all to know, Boosie, he thought he got out of this situation and he thought that his name wasn't gonna get brought up, but the feds, they got a 99% conviction rate. They do not come and get you when stuff just happened. They come and get you years later after you thought you forgot about it. Everybody know exactly how Boosie dice games went. Once you come in, you cannot have your phone out. Old girl had her phone out because that was Duke the Jeweler girlfriend, and Boosie was standing right behind Duke the Jeweler, steady giving his nephew the signal. If he would have never been giving them signals, they would have never even knew to leave out of the mansion and to go outside to wait on Duke the Jeweler. Now, Duke the Jeweler, he was unaware of everything that went down because he thought that Boosie Nim had his back, and he thought that Jay Prince Jr. was gonna be right there with him. He thought that Jay Prince Jr. was gonna be cool with him. But Jay Prince Jr., he wasn't cool with him. Jay Prince Jr., he was mad that he lost his money, and his homies was mad that they lost their money. At the end of the day, they shouldn't have never even did this to Duke the Jeweler. He was coming out there to sell y'all some jewelry, but he came out there for Boosie. And the feds, they looked at the statements and they said that Boosie is the main reason why he even in Houston. Now, Jay Prince Jr., he was the one that told Boosie give him the $1 million so he can instantly make it go away. Once he did that, Boosie hopped right on the plane. His nephew instantly drove back in that black TMZ truck. The feds got everything recorded, and everybody who was right there thought that they weren't gonna be brought up in this. Their name was mentioned in the indictment, and everybody know for a fact the dude, JB, and the other dude, Baldy, who was standing on the side with that purple sweater on, them was the two main ones who kept on blocking the camera so that they won't see that Lil Cam had that gun on him. Boosie nephew, as soon as he got outside, he went in the black GMC truck, went in his bag and grabbed his gun. By them even plotting to get down on Duke the Jeweler and Jay Prince coming out and saying that he got robbed, this all goes to show that it was a setup from the beginning. Duke the Jeweler was never supposed to pull his money out not one time during that dice game or while he was there trying to sell Boosie the jewelry, because he was supposed to be getting money. He ended up winning money. You see how things work? Everybody know for a fact, if you go out somewhere for something, you need to just go there and come straight back home, because Boosie could have protected Duke the Jeweler. Duke the Jeweler should have made it back to his hotel safely. Hit the like button if y'all think that Duke the Jeweler should have made it back to his hotel safely regardless of what's going on. Duke the Jeweler was in a rental. He didn't even drive his regular car. And his girlfriend, she got some questions to answer because she was the one who was recording and she was the one who gave the footage to the feds. I want y'all to know they paid her $5,000 for her to keep her mouth closed, and she ended up coming out. It was hurting her. It was bothering her. It was eating her up on the inside. She ended up telling them everything. So that $5,000 that they gave her, it didn't do nothing but stall a little time. Regardless of how they put it or how they look at it, man, they should have never got down on Duke the Jeweler. Duke the Jeweler did not deserve to go out like that, man. And I want y'all to hit the like button if y'all think that this was bogus. If y'all think that Boosie wasn't gonna take that jury after everything that his name done been in, man, y'all already know for a fact Boosie ain't playing no games. Boosie invited that man to that dice game. He told him, go over there, man. Hey, look, we gonna take care of that business afterwards. The feds got everything that they need to convict them. And I want y'all to know they got him. It's over with for Boosie and Jay Prince because they thought they got away with this one. But this was a big one. Duke the Jeweler had a lot of money on him, and the Fed said that they went inside of Duke the Jeweler truck, the rental that he had, they took all the money up out of there. You know Duke the Jeweler had 3 cell phones on him, and he had the bag of jewelry in Boosie's room. They came up on a big lick as soon as they got down on Duke the Jeweler. They knew exactly what they was doing. They was conscious enough to know that Duke the Jeweler was going outside to already have Lil Cam and Boosie nephew already waiting for him. I want y'all to know this is a sad situation, but the feds, they retrieved 2 different calibers of bullets out of Duke the Jeweler. And Duke the Jeweler, he was a good person, man. He had family to go back to, and his family is the ones grieving right now. A lot of people know that Duke the Jeweler, he only came out there for Boosie and Jay Prince Jr. Jay Prince Jr., he didn't say nothing about what happened to Duke the Jeweler until people started talking about it. It was a big thing. But Jay Prince Jr., he the one that went out there and did the interview. He wasn't gonna say nothing until he went on that podcast after everybody kept on putting his name in it.
I know people were associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Lil Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game, that he got killed because somebody tried to rob him. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game.
But they was putting his name in it because he was standing right next to him. You mean to tell me they ain't exchanged names? You mean to tell me that Boosie ain't tell him, yeah, he the one with the jury? Like, at the end of the day, you have to watch the people you keep around you. Everybody ain't gonna be in your corner, but at the same time, the streets don't love nobody. And Duke the Jeweler, he should have had his head on a swivel, and he should have been watching every single last person that was out there. Regardless of what went down, his girlfriend said that these the same people who he came out there for to sell the jewelry. Boosie wasn't the only one that he was just gonna buy the jewelry from. It was Jay Prince who was gonna buy some jewelry too, because there was the only two people in there with some money. The Feds said that they ain't playing no games, and y'all already know the Feds is not gonna come and get you when something immediately happen. They said that HPD, they said that they've been investigating Jay Prince Jr. for years. And I want y'all to know what happened to Duke the Jeweler about him coming from Chicago and going out there to Houston to sell Boosie the jewelry and end up getting robbed, and he end up not making it back to his hotel room. It put eyes on them. And the Feds, they looking at it like y'all name is brought up in too much stuff. And at the end of the day, y'all have to be mindful. Boosie knew that his bag was still in the room. By his bag still being in the room, it all made it to where Boosie was able to get the money up so he could pay Jay Prince Jr. to cover it up. I want y'all to know this is coming straight from Atlanta, y'all. This is a sad situation, man, but they telling it all, and everybody who was involved in it, they faces on that camera. They faces on every last piece of footage that they put out there. And I want y'all to know, man, let me know how y'all feel about Duke the Jeweler. Was y'all rocking with Duke the Jeweler? Drop the RIP Duke the Jewelers down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Let me know if you're a fan of Duke the Jeweler. They should have never even put themselves in this situation, but stuff like this, it comes back around regardless of how people look at it. Boosie, he thought he was gonna get away with it just because he left town real quick. Now you leaving Houston, hopping on a plane when you know that you and your nephew Nim, y'all drove in that black GMC truck. Everything is recorded, and I want y'all to know the Feds ain't gonna play no games. It's over with now. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you a fan of Duke the Jeweler.